Okay, I'm going to give you a little demonstration of the ScaleBot here. I can actually open this up if you want to see. There's the main brains of it back there. And you can see we've got USB-C cables connecting to the main components. Here's the control panel here, which I'm going to wake up by clicking any button. Then we've got the first main scale here, and a secondary scale which is embedded into the bottom of the Breville Bambino espresso maker. So I'm going to make a normal coffee here. I'm going to click the J, which is my button. The first thing it does is ask me what coffee I'm using. I'm going to use some Papua New Guinea. I'm already on it. The 7 tells me that that's the grind that we've come up with so far by dialing it in. I could adjust this if I want, but I'm just going to hit J again to advance to the next step in the workflow. It's telling me the next step is to weigh my beans. The 7 in parentheses is reminding me the grind size. So I'm going to put the bean cup on the scale, which automatically zeroes out. I'm going to make a single shot here, so I'm going to put in about 11 grams of beans. Okay. Going to grind this now. That grind setting of 7, you'll remember, it's reminding me here. Weigh it again, 11.5, okay, that's fine. Now I'm going to take that, I'm going to put it into my portafilter. Use WDT tool on it to break up any clumps. It. Put it in the espresso machine. Now if you look at the screen here, I'm just going to put my cup on it. It's recognized that I've moved to the next stage in the workflow where I'm ready to pour the shot. It's remembered that the beans, the last time we weighed them, was 11.5 grams. It's advanced, it's weighted, it's seen the cup there, it's zeroed out, it's switched over to this scale and zeroed out the tare to the weight of the cup. I'm now going to pour a shot, and you're going to watch as it times it and weighs it. The scale will show the time on the left, the weight on the right, so will the screen here. You'll notice the timer will start a little late and then go a little long, but it'll backdate itself. So there's the timer came up. The timer will run until most of the liquid stops, and then there'll be a little extra delay where it allows the liquid last final dots to drop in after the timer ends. Timer will keep running a bit and then it'll backdate itself once it realizes it's over. So you saw it ran till about 24 seconds, then it realized, well, it really mostly stopped 21 seconds ago, so that's the time. The 3 is showing us the stage. When it settles here, it's going to switch to 4. We'll hear a little beep. Okay, so now we're at stage 4 where the coffee is done. The espresso is done. Just some remaining drops. At this point, I would probably move over to this scale. Remove my portafilter, clean up a bit, knock out the puck. Okay, so if we go back and look at the main scale, it's switched over to the main scale. It's on stage 4. Weight is 27.2 grams. It took 21 seconds to pour that shot. If you look over at the main screen here, you can see it's calculated the ratio, which is for every gram of espresso beans, there were 2.2 grams of espresso in the final cup. So that's a 1 to 2.2 ratio. It repeats the timer and the final weight. And now we could be done here if we just wanted an espresso, or we could add water or milk, in which case that final number on the ratio will change based on how much water and milk was added. We can also access some recipes here. So if we turn this dial, we can see it cycles through Americano, Macchiato, Cortado, Flat White. I'm going to switch to a Brevicano, which is a drink that I make. So you can see on the third line are the instructions. So it's saying add half and half. It's saying to add 20 grams of half and half till we get to a total of 47 grams. So we're at 27 grams. I'm going to add half and half here till we get to 47. When we do that, we'll hear a beep and the number will switch to 5, showing the next part of the recipe. So let's add to 47 grams approximately. Okay, you can see I added to 49 grams. It advanced to stage 5. There's the next instruction, add water till we get to 103 grams. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add water till it gets to about 103 grams. Okay, you can see it's advanced to stage 6. The instructions show that little exclamation part. Exclamation mark means we've reached the total. We're now at 104 grams. We can do whatever we want here. The final ratio up top you see is 1 to 2.4. For every 1 gram of coffee, there's 2.4 grams of espresso got poured. And then for every gram of espresso, there's 3.8 grams of final liquid. And then the total weight is 1.4. Now if I remove my cup here and take a sip, it's delicious. I could hit the J key now to advance and say I'm done. If I do nothing, it's eventually complete, marked it as complete. That's the final details of the drink. Final total weight 104 grams, 21 seconds to pour. That little smiley face in a box means it has successfully sent that information to the web, to Adafruit.io, where it's logged who made the coffee, which was me because I used the J button, and then what recipe I used and what the final ratio and weight is. And there we go, and if we wait, it'll go to sleep on its own, or we could just hit end to put it to sleep. And there you go. There's how to make an espresso drink with the ScaleBot.